All right, San Antonio Spurs versus the Minnesota Timberwolves was an awesome, absolute banger. You could maybe call it an all-time classic playoff game, and the Spurs get an opportunity to win the game at the end and aren't able to make the shot. Let's just check out the play real quick. If y'all haven't seen it, then we'll talk about it. Audio is muted or Adam Silver sending me to prison. Here's Julius Randle. Takes a tough fall away over Vassell. Harper gets the rebound, kicks it to Wemby. Everyone's thinking the timeout's coming. Harper kicks it to Champagnie, pump fake sidestep, and just isn't able to knock down the three. You see it one more time. Let's kind of watch the sequence again. Thought the Spurs did a great job right here defensively. At least they forced Julius Randle into the shot. Anthony Edwards is over here on the left corner, so at least we didn't let Anthony Edwards take the shot. Devin Vassell does a great job on Julius Randle. And if he makes that shot, we'll live with that all day. Harper gets the rebound. We're thinking we're going to call a timeout. Both teams kind of stop moving. Pushes up to Harper. And that's Julian Champagnie's shot, dude. Julian Champagnie, he's knocked down that shot all season long. That's just his shot, dude. The only way it would have been a better shot is if he just caught it wide open and was able to just get right into his stroke. But if you're a Spurs fan, if you've been watching a lot of Spurs games all season, that's just a shot Champagnie knocks down. He usually catches that in the corner, hits a pump fake, defender flies by, and then Champagnie's normally able to knock down those looks. A lot of people are having a lot of controversy about the final play and saying Mitch Johnson should have called a timeout. It's easy to look back in hindsight and say, Champagnie missed the shot. Mitch Johnson should have called a timeout on the play. Maybe drawn up something better. And I don't so much agree with that. I thought Champagnie got an awesome look at the end. Let me go over one more thing real quick here. Just want to rewatch one little part of his play. I thought Fox did a great job. Got a little tip. Forced Jaden McDaniels into the backcourt. Vassell does an awesome job defensively. He really couldn't have defended this jumper any better than he did. Tough shot for Randle. Harper gets the rebound right here. You can't see Mitch Johnson, but Mitch Johnson's up here past half court. So Dylan Harper gets the rebound. He kicks it back to Wemby. I heard some people kind of not arguing, but kind of complaining about that. They thought Dylan Harper should maybe just take the ball, fly up the baseline, and try to make something happen. But all he sees is he's getting trapped. He sees Naz Reid and Anthony Edwards around him. So thought he made the right play. Gets off the ball. At this point, everyone kind of just stops moving right here. When Dylan Harper gets the rebound, there's like a half a second where all the players basically stop moving. They're waiting to get a timeout and go and kind of draw things up. Mitch Johnson doesn't call it, though. You can kind of notice right there. Let me replay it real quick. If y'all notice, right after the rebound, it's probably a half a second. Both teams just pretty much stop. Right here gets the rebound. No one's really doing anything. Once Wemby gets the ball, everyone says, okay, this is the game right here. Again, just a beautiful look, dude. It's just, the shot is just short. The shot's just short. And what can you do about it? I'm a Spurs fan. Thought it was an awesome look. Again, people are arguing we should have taken the timeout, drawn up some kind of half-court set. Maybe we can draw up something to get a lob to Wemby or some shit like that. Wemby didn't catch one lob all game long. I think Wemby only had one dunk for the whole game where he blew by Rudy Gobert going left for a two-handed dunk. And Rudy Gobert just did an amazing job guarding the paint and especially guarding Wemby out in space. I was thinking, just like the Nuggets series, last series, they're going to guard Wemby one-on-one with Gobert, just like they guarded Jokic one-on-one with Gobert. And I'm just thinking Wemby's going to fucking cook Rudy Gobert. Wemby usually does cook Rudy Gobert, to be honest, but it's when he's out on the perimeter, Wemby can dance into a bunch of different three balls. He can get past Rudy Gobert off the dribble, and he just was not able to get past him tonight. Rudy Gobert was awesome on the perimeter. He was awesome in the paint, and he's just one of the best defenders the NBA's ever seen, even though he has clumsy-ass hands and he can't really catch lob passes. But I don't really want the game to go into overtime. If, let's say the Spurs do take the timeout and they draw up a play, I don't think they get a better look than this Champagnie three. Honestly, I think if they come out of the timeout, we're probably shooting some tough contested threes, some tough shot in the mid range. Minnesota was doing a great job of just guarding the paint. The Spurs still had, I want to say, close to 50 points in the paint, so we're able to score down there. But if y'all watch the game, they took away all of Wemby's lobs, all of Wemby's rolls. Wemby was not getting anything easy inside of the paint. He ends up taking 8 threes. He wasn't able to knock down any of his three balls. So Minnesota just did an awesome job guarding Wemby. But again, with the way the game was going, I didn't even want to go to overtime. I like Champagne's look again. He was short. He wasn't able to make the shot. But if we take the timeout and we draw up a play and we get that exact same look for Julian Champagnie out of a timeout in a half court set, I'm sure we're really really happy about the look. And for whatever reason, just because the Spurs didn't call a timeout, we're a younger team. We're not an experienced team. Dylan Harper flies up the court, makes the right play, finds Champagnie, pump fake, gets a wide open three ball. If we call the timeout, I think we're probably looking for a two if we end up calling a timeout and drawing up a play. But Chris Finch is a really good coach. He's a better coach than Mitch Johnson right now. Maybe better isn't the right word, but he's a much more experienced playoff coach. And I think just like they did all game long, I think Coach Finch sets up a good defensive set and just forces us into a really really tough shot in the half court. And again, like I was saying, if that Julian Champagnie 3-point shot came out of a half court set and we hypothetically did take the timeout, no one's talking about oh, the Spurs got a bad shot, the Spurs could have gotten a better shot. All everyone will be talking about is, oh, Mitch Johnson drew up a great play, got Champagnie a wide open three, and it just wasn't able to go down. And the exact same thing happened. The only difference was we pushed the pace, didn't call the timeout, and still got an awesome look. I'm heartbroken when Champagnie misses the three. I'm fucking crying in my living room. And again, just looking back to it, in my opinion, as a Spurs fan, we couldn't have gotten a better shot. Even if I'm not a Spurs fan, just as an NBA fan, I thought it was the right choice. Mitch Johnson said, just push it, boys. We kind of hesitated for a second off the rebound. And then again, if you watch the Spurs all season long, that's just that Champagnie shot, pump fake, sidestep to the left, and he's been knocking those down at like a 40% clip all season long. So again, it's so easy to look back in hindsight and say we should have drawn this up, we should have drawn that up. If we do take the timeout and the game goes to overtime, I think we lose the game. I think Minnesota was just doing a better job executing in the half court than we were this game. And again, I'm not mad at the shot at all. I think Mitch Johnson made the right choice. We got an awesome look, and the shot just didn't go down. We'll see what kind of adjustments the Spurs can make, what kind of adjustments Minnesota makes for game two. And I think it's just going to be an awesome series. And again, I was happy about the decision and the shot we were able to get. Please like and subscribe, though. I'm trying to hit 7 billion subscribers. Let me know what you thought about Mitch Johnson's decision to not call the timeout. Like the video, hate the video, tell your friends about it, do something to it, and we'll see y'all next time.